Live. I'm your host, Latoya. Today we have with us the wonderful host of Casa da Buena Vista B&B, Lisa. Lisa is a super host with over 5 years experience in the homestay industry. How are you today, Lisa?
I'm very well, thank you. And thank you so much for coming here today.
And thank you for being here. Now, can you tell me what inspired you to get into Airbnb? How did you get started?
We first started because we saw a need and we realized there were persons who do not want to stay in a hotel room but want to stay with a family. So that's how we got started because there was a need for that niche market.
Okay, awesome. And you told me an interesting story about that name. Could you kindly tell our audience?
Well, I lived in Kingston and the name of the street that I lived on was Buena Vista. I took a trip to Brazil 1 year and I noticed that all the homes had wooden signs on them. It didn't have a street number, it had a name. So I asked if I could get a name plate done for me for my house in Jamaica, in Kingston, Jamaica. And the signs are made based on the size of the lot. So the sign, when I went to pick it up back, it said Casa da Buena Vista, House of Good View.
Okay.
So it wasn't really by choice, it was because I asked for the sign to be made.
Okay, that's awesome. Now, you mentioned in our conversation prior that Airbnb, having a property on Airbnb is not a get rich quick kind of thing. People coming to it believing that they can get rich really easy, and that's not the case. Your experiences have proved different. It's also possible that you might not get rich at all or even close to it. Could you kindly expand on that view?
Well, it's actually a fact. First of all, the market has a lot of people who are doing their couches, their sofa, their yard space, a bench, a chair, a bed, a sofa bed. So you are competing against a lot of people who are trying to earn a little income to supplement what they're earning now. Unless you're gonna do a multi-billion-dollar property where you rent for anywhere from 400 or 500 US a night, then that is where you'll make the money. But in terms of renting a room in your house or a sofa or a tent or a yard space, a little space for somebody really to sleep, it's not gonna give you that kind of wealth.
So it's a supplement to your income?
Yes, it is. It's a supplement. That's correct.
Okay. So you think in most cases a 9 to 5 or some other income is needed?
Yes, it does.
Okay, great. Now, we've seen several reports that Airbnb properties have been impacting the communities, local communities, negatively. It has given rise to homelessness, right? And there's also economics are saying that it's not great for local communities. What's your take on that?
True. Like there are many big cities who have stopped the homestays because it has now driven up the cost for a room to a premium price. In terms of you as a student just coming out of college and trying to rent a room, whereas in our town you'll probably get a room for 30,000 Jamaican for the month or even less. No, you cannot. Those options are no longer available because everybody is looking at the bigger picture and the more earning potential for the same room where you can put it on a platform like Airbnb. You will get a premium price. So there has to be a balance. The government has to come in now and say, okay, we are going to have some blocks of housing for young professionals, or students, boarders, things like that.
Okay.
Because if not, the market is going to spiral out of control and then you won't be able to get affordable housing.
Okay. So you suggested that regulations such as the ones that you stated are needed?
Yes, you do need regulations in every city in order to secure housing for persons who are not able to as I said, college kids, they can't afford the premium rate, and yes, they can't.
Okay.
So there has to be a balance.
Definitely. And we've also received reports of Jamaica Live that it's difficult for them to find houses in Jamaica due to the high rates, and also that every property, one lady in particular, she has been looking for months, and every property is furnished and is in US price. Do you think that it's happening already in our country?
Yes, it is happening. It is happening. And actually, the US dollar rental has been around for quite a while. It's just that people were not aware that it was being done, especially on the North Coast. Lodging are in US dollars. Kingston lodging is in US dollars. So this is, it's just that people were not aware that it was just so widespread before.
Okay. Airbnb made that more bigger for us.
Yes, they've opened up that market.
Okay. Now tell me, Lisa, what are some of the do's and don'ts of running an Airbnb unit?
First of all, Airbnb, it started off as an Airbnb at breakfast. So it was a homestay. So you have to remember all the time that what the product is. The product is a homestay. The product is persons who want to stay in a home. So one of the do's, you have to be a hotel. Because you are in the hotel industry, you are competing against the hotels. So you always have to remember that you are an instant hotel. So just like what the hotels do, you have to do the same thing. So that's one of the do's. One of the don'ts. Yes, it's your home, but please don't let it be too much like your home. Your shoes fling down, your things all over the place. You have to remember that people are paying to be in your space. So you always remember, tidy up, clean up, make sure that it's not just your space, but the other guests that are coming, it's their space as well. And people tend to forget that you are operating a hotel in your space. So those are the two key negatives and positives that I would say.
Okay, great. And also I noticed that your place is really nice. There's little touches that you've done, and you mentioned to me about detail. Do you want to speak about that a bit more?
Yes, for me, I like the extra detail. Because you're staying in a home, you're not really in a commercial hotel. So it's how do you keep it so it doesn't look sterile. So there's a little extra details that you can make not to make it look sterile.
And what are some of the things that you do?
Things that we do, like we have fruits available. Yes, the hotels do have fruits too, but not all. Flowers, fresh flowers at all times. We try to ensure we have fresh flowers in the rooms. And we also add extra like books, or even our pictures, paintings on the wall, that they're unique and not the commercial ones. And those are the details that we can think about.
Okay. So what's a day like in the life of a host such as yourself?
So we offer breakfast. It's not everybody who offers breakfast. So your day starts early. So we're up from 5:30 to 6. So we have to prepare. You have to make sure that the dining area is ready and clean. So we have to make sure that the tables are set, the fruits are out, the teas are ready, the hot waters, coffees, everything, all the condiments, everything are ready. And start the prepping for breakfast. And it depends on what you do for breakfast. We offer full continental as well as Jamaican. So our kitchen is busy. So it's not as what you think it is. Some people think, oh, I'm just gonna start an Airbnb and that's it. No, you are an instant hotel. So just like how the hotels operate, we operate the same way. So after that, now we have breakfast. We do have communal breakfast, which is different from all other hosts, where we have breakfast with our guests. So that again takes up a lot of time because we do sit, whether it takes an hour, 2 hours, we sit and have breakfast with them.
Okay.
So you get to know our guests. They get to know us, we get to know them personally.
That's awesome.
So after that, by 11 you have checkouts. So when guests start checking out, then you have to prepare the rooms for the next guest. You have to clean, turn the rooms, I guess, for check-in. Sometimes guests will ask you about trips, day trips, or go to a restaurant, or even how to get to the bank, all kinds of stuff. So you cater to the guests' needs. And by the time you look around, it's 3 o'clock check-in time. So you start the process again for check-in. So you do your registration form. Well, we have registration forms, just like all the time. Not many people do it, but we do. So we prepare for our guests, so we know exactly who's going in which room and how many guests we are expecting. And we start preparing the rooms for the incoming guests and await their arrival. Sometimes guests don't arrive till midnight. So it's not just the arrival at 3. You think everybody's going to arrive at 3? No, don't happen.
So sometimes you're up until...
And you have to be up to welcome your guests. Because you have to check in. You are an instant hotel, so you have to check in.
Yeah.
So it's not as easy as people think it is.
Yeah, it's a lot. You're being like they're everything away from home.
Exactly. We are everything, and whereas a hotel will have bellhop, front desk, reception area, they have housekeeping, they have food and beverage, you have an overall manager, you have beach attendants, or you have a tour desk. You basically are everything.
All those. Alright. So I noticed that your property is listed on several sites, right? What do you suggest to Airbnb, those who want to go into this industry? How do they market? What other platforms can they put their property on?
Well, it all depends on what is the extent you want to go. Do you want people calling you at all times of night? Because remember, you're not instant hotel. Whereas Airbnb, you don't have anyone calling you. You just have someone book, they'll message you, you get a message on your phone, you have the app on your phone, so you're responding basically texting. Whereas if you go on the other platforms, people are going to be calling you all times of night, all day long, 24/7. So it just depends on where you want to take your business.
If you could talk to the CEO of Airbnb directly, what suggestions would you give that person?
My first suggestion to him is to meet your hosts. We are the ones that are driving the business. They're not. They're just a platform. We're the ones that are actually making them make money. So they need to find time to meet us. Not just me, meet us. All other platforms have a local person or somebody that you can pick up the phone and speak to, who can listen to whatever problem you have, or help you with other whatever else you need to do or what you need to do. Airbnb does not offer that service.
And that's something to consider. So if the CEO of Airbnb you're listening to this, remember, meet your hosts. Okay?
Good. Yes, because we're the one that are really driving the business to them.
Yes.
Without us, they has no business.
Yes. Definitely. Now, the next question is, right? You mentioned that one of the things that you do, you help others in setting up their own properties for Airbnb, and of course you're in real estate and you also do property management. What tips do you have to give to others who are just coming into or want to do homestay? What should they consider before they become get on Airbnb?
So all the incoming persons, the aspirants, I would suggest that you speak with other hosts first before you get into the business. Because remember, you are now an instant hotel. Do you want to be Do you want to be in the hospitality industry? You have to be able to can tick all those boxes. Do you want to deal with all different kind of people? People who can be very arrogant, some can be very nice, some are very demanding because they're paying their money, and everybody is whatever dollar they're paying, whether it's $1 or $10 or $100 or $10,000, they demand service. Are you willing to give service? Those are the things that you have to remember. I'm willing to give that service. And yes, and those are the things that you need to look at before you even venture into this business.
Yes, thank you for those. Now, as you see, there's a map behind us. She mentioned that there are guests from all over the world. And Lisa has a special thing. When you come here, you put your location on the map right there. So you can see that she is talking from experience. She's had guests from all over the world. As far as
New Zealand, and as far as Chile.
Whoa.
So we have gone on almost every continent. We have had somebody from Alaska.
Whoa.
It's not that, but we have had, just recalling now that we have had somebody from Alaska. So you have to understand the different cultures, the different religions, everything about people. Because you may do something that you think is okay, but it's not okay. So it's always good to find out first from your guests before they arrive what it is that you would like or how you would like this done and blah blah blah.
Okay.
That's one of my suggestions.
Yes, it's an awesome suggestion. And now the final question, unfortunately. How can people reach you? Should they be interested in your services, or do you want to stay at Casa de Buena Vista B&B?
Okay, they can find us on Google, or they can call me 876-431-7163. That's 876-431-7163. That's the easiest way of getting me. You can WhatsApp me, text me, shoot me an email to casa.buenavista@gmail.com. That's casa.buenavista@gmail.com.
Okay, awesome. Now, thank you so much, Lisa. We're so happy to have you on Jamaica Live. You have been a wonderful guest. And I'm a guest. And thank you so much for being with us. This has been an interview with Lisa of Casa de Buena Vista B&B, superhost of Airbnb for over 5 years.